baby. It's that time again. It's that time again. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Presented by Fubo TV, the company that allows you to just flip off Comcast. Get him out of town. Out of here. We don't want you here. We want Fubo. Not you, Comcast. We want Fubo. Denver Nuggets in Los Angeles tonight. We're at the DNVR bar, in case you couldn't tell. A Monday night, and it is popping at the DNVR bar.
I know, dude. Brand new Monday vibes.
I wonder if it's because the Nuggets have a chance to sweep the Los Angeles Lakers.
No, dude, it's the new jalapeno poppers.
The jalapeno poppers? I mean, I wish
we don't even have any. We don't even have
any. Make that up. You did make that up. I wish we had those. Guys, we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about what would it mean to sweep. We're going to talk about Carmelo Anthony, who announced his retirement. Just briefly, we're going to talk about that more in depth in the coming days. But we'll touch on it now since it's new news. There's also a new starting lineup we're going to get to. And, of course, we're going to make everybody rich beyond their wildest dreams. But first, some game notes. Oh, actually, first, let me introduce the panel. Brendan Votes over here.
Quick audible. Went with the Showtime shirt tonight. I just think, I don't know, man. Can we just get a big mic night to close it out? Why not?
You went away from the thing that was working?
That's a good point.
If they lose, you guys know who to blame.
I got bored of success.
Over here, we got D-Line Co.
Yeah, the disease of more over there for Brendan Vote. Listen, guys, could be a very big night in the Mile High City. It could be a very historic night in the Mile High City, or it could be a bummer night. We don't know. Let's find out.
We've also got Superstar Dev.
Oh, man, this is like Superman in the booth, man. Things just change up around here on the fly. You know what? I'm ready for a sweep, baby. I'm ready for a sweep.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Superman in the booth?
Doctor.
Nobody noticed. Nobody even knows. All right, let's get to those game notes. I hear there's a change.
Yeah, we're going to start on the Lakers side because, not because it's a Lakers show, but because when it comes to adjustments, the ball's in their court. Let's talk about the Lakers starting lineup because down 3-0, they're going to move D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt off the bench. Sorry, I confused myself with this wording.
Do you not just remember?
No, it's the wording. Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis will start.
They're starting the death lineup?
They're starting the death lineup.
The death
D'Lo
lineup.
and Vanderbilt will
That's
come
what you
off
do when
the
you're
bench.
about to die.
So, quick question before we get to the rest of the game notes. How is this going to affect this game, D-Line?
I mean, it's going to affect it. But I mean, you know, obviously the chatter over the last several days has been the absolute unplayability of D'Angelo Russell. So the Nuggets have lost their mark a little bit, but I mean, I guess we're going to see because it really does change everything. But at the end of the day, like, what are we talking about here?
What do you think, Deb?
I think that is going to, have Denver have to adjust or just know going into it that there is going to be like the starters have to play hard. What this lineup will do, though, is it's going to make their bench unit that much weaker.
Yep.
So I do think that they should have tinkered with it. It might be too late. There's a team that's a full locomotive that's just running straight at you. You do that, you could just get ran over.
Right, yeah. To me, one of the keys will be that lineup. Michael Malone made an adjustment for the Nuggets in the previous game. He put Jeff Green in, he had Bruce Brown in, and that lineup beat him. I think Jeff Green hit a three. There's a little bit of that. I do wonder if Malone tinkers with his own rotation tonight. I mean, one of the things that you do is you start, even if that lineup doesn't work, does it make the other team fall out of rhythm or something here? And then for the Lakers, that is their best punch. Does D'Angelo Russell have more of an impact in the second unit? Maybe. He might. Or does he just not play? Like, how big of an adjustment are they going? I do think this is an interesting, if not slightly desperate move from the Lakers.
Yes.
But more than anything, it's just like 2 games too late. And now we're here.
It's well, I think the reason it's desperate and too late, I think they certainly felt inclined to start Rui the whole way, but I think they felt like they couldn't do that specifically because of this dynamic of where's the pop off the bench. What does this do to direct Bruce Brown D'Lo minutes and how they line up? I'm curious. But Rui's been so good off the bench. And that's really been the Lakers' best chance of stealing games in this series, is crushing them in the non-Jokic minutes. And I think they've been reluctant to go away from him off the bench because they need that scoring. So
right.
I do think this is a desperate move. They're going to need D'Lo to be really good off the bench if he plays.
Nuggets have to win tonight because otherwise we're going to hear for the next 48 hours the Rui adjustment. Oh, is Denver in trouble now with a new starting lineup?
Oh, my God. I hate it already.
Just win tonight, Nuggets.
Just win, please.
Well, not only do the Lakers have a new starting lineup, they've got a nice new attitude as well. Darvin Ham pregame said, "Spirits are high, fellas.
Oh.
Positivity is at an all-time high."
There's no way that's
That's-
true.
We
That's
performed
not
before
true.
when their
Possible.
backs are against the wall. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, on a scale of 1 to lying, where is that?
I don't know. There's this Mo Bamba factor.
Oh, that's
you
right.
know?
He's back.
It's the Mo Bamba factor. They got their guy back, So backup center, that can change some things.
Brings a lot of optimism into the building.
Hey, you never know. The thing is Denver right now, I think, has them figured out. So change was necessary.
Yes.
There's such a thing as like bad change, and
Yeah.
maybe this is it. But it's also like now Denver has a new equation to go out there, and so
No, I know. I mean, like this, like we're talking about. I mean, it's like I certainly do not want to diminish it because this could be impactful. Like the Nuggets have to lock in. Like everybody else, like is kind of already in a victory lap, but like this series is absolutely not over yet.
I actually like it a little bit more for Denver because it's like, okay, we figured out that group that you already had. They had like that chip on their shoulder. You can get relaxed in these type of games.
Absolutely.
But when they come in and they bring their def lineup and say, okay, this is the lineup that's going to change things, they're going to stop you. Maybe that's new bulletin, material for Denver to just like renew themselves. So I like that as well.
all right. What else?
Michael Malone talked about the mindset tonight. They're not going to give us anything, man. We're not expecting them to give us anything. We got to go take it. They've been saying a lot of quotes like that, since Game 3 ended, and I do wonder, we won't know till it starts, but I wonder if they're, they couldn't do that against Minnesota.
Yep.
And they go on the road in Phoenix. Phoenix gets those games. Do they feel like they have something to prove to themselves? This is the final corner. It'll be interesting to see. But
I think the Nuggets only have one bad game in the playoffs. It was Game 4 against Minnesota.
Yeah.
And they came back at the end. Remember, Jokic caught fire at
they
the
almost
end.
won that game.
And they almost won anyway. But that was not a focused game. If they have that energy tonight, I think they lose.
I think they feel that way as well. He was asked about historical significance. Nuggets one game away from their first ever finals. This is already technically the furthest they've been in an NBA season. And to the point I was just making, he said, we are not worried about any historical significance. We're focused on stopping LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves. Somehow I feel like that's another shot at D'Lo. It isn't, but I'm going to make it one anyway. He talked about just sort of how they work as a group and how they're able to win in different ways. And even when Jokic is on the bench in foul trouble, and he said, look, we're up 3-0 in the Western Conference Finals because we're a team. It's 5 guys working as one. Asked about Jamal Murray, the game slowing down for him. He said the older you get, the more mature you get, the more games you play, it does slow down. But the thing about Jamal, it's not slowing down. It's that he's no longer content with being a scorer. I think he's shown this postseason that he has the ability to impact a game across the board. When it's rebounding, defense, passing, that's when I think he's one of the very best guards in the NBA. He spoke at length about how much he appreciates the team's process to their reactions to the injuries. It takes a lot of luck to be in the position Denver's in right now. They weren't very lucky the last 2 years, but they weren't very reactionary or panicky either. And he thanked the team doctors and the organization as a whole for just not making any emotional decisions. And of course, here they are, fellas, and Porter and Jamal and Porter are both instrumental in different ways here to everything they're doing. We cared about them, he said. We only wanted them to come back when they were ready. Final note, this one's from Harrison Wynn, just watching. Here's how Nikola Jokic ended his warm-up. He dunked over on Nuggets assistant coach Boniface, and I can't say his last name. Njai, who's 7 feet tall, and then stared him down and hit him with the too small celebration. So Jokic's feeling perky. That's it, fellas, on game notes.
All right, who has to step up tonight?
Nikola Jokic, to be honest. Nikola Jokic is coming off his worst game of the playoffs, which was not a bad game by any stretch of any other player in the maybe history of the NBA, but Nikola Jokic wasn't hitting shots. And I think that, there's a good chance that it doesn't really matter because we have Jamal Murray that can step up. But I just think that tonight's just got to be about Jokic reaffirming that he's the best player in the world and just taking over.
Yeah.
The guy for me that has to step up is Jamal Murray. The reason I say that is when Jokic is good, the team is, really good. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to get there. Adding Jamal when he's playing well, it makes them a contender. It makes them a team that can really win the championship. And he's been playing so well, so you want to make sure that the consistency stays. And I just like that he's in the ranks of like all-time playoff performers. So if you continue that, you're just going to keep on rising higher and higher on those ranks.
Yep.
I'm going to cheat and just take the shooters, Pope and Porter. Just think they've been so good off ball in the playoffs, and it's hard enough to stop either Jamal or Jokic or the 1-2. And then when the final layer of that is Mike or KCP is open, Mike doesn't even have to be open. So just those two guys, man. I think if you're hitting your threes early, same deal. Like the Lakers were exhausted by the third quarter because they had to play catch up the entire first half. A lot of that was Jamal. But they can create that same dynamic with good team ball. If Pope and Porter hit threes, I think it's how you get that avalanche, backbreaking kind of effect on the Lakers.
I'm going to go with Jokic. Coach Jokic.
Coaches?
Because what is the Nuggets, where did he coach specifically in this last game? Attacking this specific lineup, the Rui adjustment. Where do people need to go? Tonight, they're going to start it, probably play more minutes with that lineup than they have at any point in the series. Tonight, I think Jokic needs to be orchestrating everything, telling guys, hey, here's how we're going to break this. So if you break that lineup, you're in a great, I think you put a seed of doubt in their mind and you can do that early. When a team throws their last punch, their last move, if you not only withstand it, but break it, it's a big sign. And on top of that, look, man, this is a dig deep game. Game 4. Guys are tired. 3 tough games in a row already. There will be a little seed of doubt. I'm not going to say quit, but there will be a seed of doubt in the Lakers' minds if you carry into the fourth quarter a lead going into that one. I just think there's a little bit of a how hard can we really go here, not believing in ourselves. But the Nuggets have to take it. To Malone's point, I don't think the Lakers are going to be like the Celtics and just hand it to you. You're going to have to take it. And so I hope the Nuggets come out early and take it from them.
Right.
Put them on their heels. And guys, the Nuggets are about 3-0. I'm still nervous. What's wrong with me?
You are a sports fan.
Yeah. Like right now, I'm not saying I'm like panicky or anything like that, but I just wondered, you get the little flutters before game time every game. I still haven't. I kind of thought today I wouldn't, but here I am. So what do you know? But there's a real opportunity here because as much as winning the series anyway is like perfect, somehow there is something above perfect I didn't expect, and that was getting your first ever sweep in franchise history and getting against the Lakers. Vote, how important in your opinion is it to get not just to win the series, but the sweep part of it?
I don't know how important it is, but I do think it's meaningful. I do, is it essential to carrying over anything to the finals or anything like that? No. But I think it would mean a lot to the city of Denver. I think we've seen so many sort of poetic boxes checked off by this group along the way, and this would be the most full circle one. When do you get your first ever sweep? When do you make your first ever finals? Well, it's the Lakers who you're 0-7 against, right, in playoff history, so in the series. So that's, to me, it's just poetic is the word, and I think it, look, I'm not going to overlook the Heat, but as far as these feelings and vibes of like, this is destiny and that kind of stuff, you sweep the Lakers, I mean, this city is not going to look back.
I think that is major. I feel like you get to fight one of those monsters in the closet there. A team that has had your number historically, and you don't only beat them to advance to the furthest that you've ever been, but also you sweep them, you end them completely, and just put yourself in a different tier in the Western Conference. Also, I think that the idea of just going into the finals with that type of confidence, we are the best team in the world, and we have proven it through these type of series. Now we could go into this series against, the Eastern Conference, rather it be Miami Heat or Boston, and we're just that much better.
Oh yeah, dude. That would be this.
For those listening, maybe not watching, he just made a very normal shushing motion.
Yeah, where you put your finger in the middle of your forehead, as made popular by Trae Young. Not important, but the most important thing that's ever happened. If they lose tonight, literally nothing is lost. All is still well. They have a chance to win it in Ball Arena, but it is the most important thing. It is the ultimate let go of hell, turn the page. I don't want to hear about poverty franchise. I don't want to hear about what you have to say about the history of the Denver Nuggets, your perception of the Denver Nuggets, who this team is. We listen to all of the prognosticators and the basketball experts predict loudly, including one of the current members of the Los Angeles Lakers, that the Lakers would beat the Nuggets in the first round if they were so unfortunate to draw that matchup. To beat them in such resounding fashion, is not only a sign to the city of Denver, it's a sign to the league as a whole that the era is over. The page has turned, and we're not having the same conversation we've been having for the last 20 years.
And I know the Heat aren't historically chumps. In fact, even lately, anything but with the run they're on. But there is something, too, of like the league was this close, right? And those who care for this stuff, this close to LA and Boston again. And there have been over the years, it's like, oh, is the era turning? Are times changing? And it was this close to, in some ways more of the same. And not only did it not go that way, both teams are up 3-0. I think it would be something really cool about the Nuggets and the Heat sweeping the Lakers and Celtics respectively.
There's only one series of the Jokic era that's truly hurt me.
Yep.
It was the sweep by the Suns. And the Nuggets atoned for those sins.
Yes.
Because the Suns did not win a championship, and then the Nuggets went on to get revenge. The Nuggets sweep this one, and they go on to win the championship. The Lakers will never be able to take it from the city of Denver. Ever. It would be a thing that you could say, no matter what happens in the future, no matter what happens, you always have that sweep. You always have it. And by the way, this is a revenge tour, right? Is it the revenge tour that Nuggets have been on? Lakers beat the Nuggets in 5. That series, even for me, didn't hurt that much. But you know what? If it was a sweep, you better believe it would have hurt a lot more.
For sure.
The chance to get payback, but not even just payback, a little bit more than payback. So, yeah, your guys' run was good. Ours, just a little bit more dominant. Just a little bit more would be an incredible feather in the cap.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling me the Lakers are going to make it to the Western Conference Finals and lose to Denver?
Man, it would be so great. Come on, Nuggets. Do this one for us. Guys, Carmelo Anthony today, mysterious timing, but Carmelo Anthony today announced that he's retiring from basketball. And I know that everybody got the jokes, and I thought was he on a team? Look, guys, this happens. Guys, they stay ready. They want to be picked up. Maybe a team picks them up for a playoff run, whatever. He hung it up today. I'm going to go first on this one, you guys. I have long said, boo Carmelo Anthony. Every time he comes to Denver, you boo that man, because why should we have to accept being on the wrong end of that deal and cheer for a player? Yes, it's his right. He had the right to do it, but it doesn't mean we had to cheer him on or get over it. I always said that until he retires. For me personally, my thoughts on this all along were I never felt bad. I haven't felt negative feelings about Carmelo since 2012, to be honest. I was over it very quickly. But like I said, now to me is a moment with the Nuggets on the precipice for going where they've never gone before. To now is the moment to me where I say, bygones are bygones, man. He left. It's part of his legacy. He'll never get that back. He'll never be the player he could have been had he stayed. That's already gone. But the resentment, the anger, to me, this is the moment of extending an olive branch. I don't know if everyone, I know from putting this on Twitter, not everyone agrees with me, and that's fine. Everybody can feel their different ways. But for me, Melo's no longer done, and I can now appreciate him in the context that he was a part of the team's history.
A little too early for me on that one. I'm with the respect.
Too early. It was 13 years.
No, he retired today, the day that the Nuggets are poised to potentially have their biggest moment. I find this timing to be dubious. I don't really appreciate it happening today. It could happen at any time. That being said, he is a Nugget. He's part of the history. I'd like to see us retire both he and Nikola Jokic's jerseys, but in 30 years, like they did with Alex English.
Oh, you would like it not for a long time?
Just do it the same way. Let's treat it like Fat Lever. 30 years from now.
You didn't like the timing? You'd be thrilled to know that before this Western Conference Finals game, Malone was asked about Carmelo.
That's weird.
Because he coached him, right?
No,
he did not.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. My whole take on the Carmelo thing is Carmelo, he truly did break my heart.
Yep.
I'm a Park Hill guy. They made Chauncey leave for that.
Yep.
So
That's what it was for me too.
You're right. There was collateral damage.
It really hurt me. I'm like, okay, this guy forced Chauncey out of here, I'm never going to get over that.
Yeah, he ruined that year entirely and took Chauncey with them.
Also, another thing that really because everybody keeps on talking about the timing of it all, and it is purposeful. It had he wanted to be part of that moment too, because for the last 13 years you say, but he's had this time that he's retired for a year and a half. Not one time have we seen him courtside. He does not come to the games. We don't see him part of this team. And you would see that. Like, he's been a part of this organization. He started it all. You would bring him home, especially because he did not get a tour where he's on his way out, retirement or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, he's just going to try to share the moment. Fuck him.
Man, you guys are...
I don't have many thoughts.
Yeah, because
he never wounded you.
Well, yeah, so I don't mean for this to sound just matter of fact, not disrespectful. Like, I find this boring right now. Talking about it right now. Not that it's not...
Bring it... Yeah, thank you, man.
No, I get it.
Sure, you're part of it, though, that you mentioned, because it was Mark Spears who asked the question.
It was Mark Spears who asked the question.
And what was his response?
Michael Malone's response was, Carmelo is still loved throughout Denver. He wore that jersey with pride. He's always welcome. Once a Nugget, always a Nugget. We'd love to have him around at any point in time.
This is why I said... This is why I threw to you for this one. Because I think that there is something to, like... Again... this could be part of the let go of hell piece of this, where it's just like, guys, it's over, man. If you want to know the truth, we won. He didn't win here for 10 years. His career didn't go the way he envisioned it when he left. I just don't know that there's any need to hold on to it. For me, it almost became a bit the last years of like booing him. Yeah, like, yes, remember, he doesn't get to be cheered anymore in this building until he retires. And for me, I don't even mind the timing, to be honest with you, because I don't think it takes away from what Denver's doing. If anything,
Except
it provides...
We're talking about it right now.
We're talking about it right now on this show.
Except for, but he's a part of the history. I'm saying that this is a moment to me where the Nuggets are at their best. It's a moment to be like Jokic and bring the ball over to him and say, you know what?
I agree with
Here
that.
you go.
I agree with that.
You got it. You know, you did all that stuff.
I
It's
agree.
over now.
I agree. 30 years from now, give him that. Give him the rollout.
All right, let's preview the game the best way we know how now with DraftKings Sportsbook. Open it up, and let's let Dev give us all advice.
It's time to get paid. It is time to be paid. So, to start it out, Denver comes in this game as 3.5-point underdogs. Nuggets at plus money. Don't mind if I do.
Why not?
Don't mind if I do. Close them out. I'm going to do the money line. They're going to win this game. The season's over for them. Like, the Lakers have been bad. They got Denver's worst punch, and they still couldn't take it. Knocked them out in the 9th round. Let's just go for it. I also like the over 225. With all these overs that I have coming for you, I feel like I have to do the over on points because it wouldn't make sense. So I'll go over 225. The thing is, the Lakers can give up, but does Denver keep their foot off their neck? I don't think so. So I do like that over. For the Lakers side of things,
God damn it.
LeBron over 42.5 points, rebounds. Did you put your phone down?
I mean,
And we were not using it right now.
LeBron over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He can't go out like a sucker, can he?
Probably.
He could. I also think he'll get over one three-pointer. So let's just add that. Anthony Davis over 39.5 points and rebounds combination.
Didn't he have a good game last time?
He gets that number. All right, now we're on to Denver side of things. As I said, what I've been saying is Jamal's rebounds is good. It's good overall. He gets it every single time. You could put this in the SGP with the +4 rebounds. They have it at 5.5. I think he gets 5 rebounds. He always does.
you don't think he gets 6?
5 is his number. He gets 5. Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 3-pointers. That's been the most fun for us to root for. He has it on his Showtime shirt. He's going to get it. We're going to stay on Michael Porter Jr. His points, rebounds, and assists is 23.5. This is a guy that's been grabbing all of Jokic's rebounds. And he's also scoring when he wants to. 23.5, that's an easy combination for him. He could get that in points alone. So I like that. He also is assist man. We saw him as an assist man. He's adding everything. So I like it. Jokic triple-double. This is a fun one because it's -115 for yes, and it's -115 for no. Never seen anything like that. Guess what? It's a yes. It's a yes.
Really?
But for my lock.
Oh, God.
The lock of the game.
Here it comes.
People tried to push me away from the money. I did not like it. I'm going back to it. KCP over 1.5 3-pointers. It's a moneymaker.
Okay.
I love it here. He's been awesome. Over 1.5 3-pointers. It's going to go. They even like that one.
Yeah, dude. Wow, the crowd went crazy when they heard that.
They love that bet.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised you didn't go to Jokic points here.
Oh, I don't worry. I got you.
Oh, all right. Well, should we go to same game parlay then?
Yep.
All right, let's same game parlay.
Same game parlay. 5 legs plus 500 is
All right,
is
wow.
the answer here.
Reckless.
Nikola Jokic points 30 plus
It only goes up to 28 points.
in the same game parlay.
Yeah.
What if I told you that you're not right? Because I've got it locked in. I don't know.
Oh, man,
did you look at over under versus the selecting the points?
I'm at the points.
Nikola Jokic 30 plus points. Jamal Murray 3 plus 3-pointers made. This feels like automatic at this point. Michael Porter Jr. 2 plus 3-pointers made. Michael Porter Jr. 5 plus rebounds and 1 3-pointer made by Nikola Jokic, the god. Those 5
I like
legs
those.
will net you plus 500.
5.5 rebounds or 4.5 rebounds?
Plus 5. Are you in same game parlay?
Yes, I think. Yeah, I am.
5 plus. 5
I like
plus.
that. I feel like that's been like a lock in this series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
How come I'm not getting that? This is so strange.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. This feels like when trying to help your mom set up AOL.
All right. I can't figure it out. That
Can someone
doesn't-
help Adam with his
somebody,
email?
Can somebody get it? I don't know what's going on. Guys, is the watch along working today? Yes. Watch along is working today, so we're going to be doing the watch along with you. So we're going to take a little 10-minute break or so, maybe 7 minutes, and then we'll be over there. Go ahead and hit the like button on your way out. We'll see you on the other side.
Let's
hey,
go.
let's go Nuggets.